large Diet Coke. What else?
And a large Dr. Pepper.
A large what, sir?
Dr. Pepper.
Please speak up a little bit louder. I'm sorry.
A large Dr. Pepper.
Yes, what else?
That'll be it.
Okay, a large Diet Coke and a large Dr. Pepper will be $2.17.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I startled her because she was stuttering. She was like, a large Dr. Pepper? So this is what I'm doing right now. So cylinder number 2 had a bent rod. What I did was I sourced another rod. I have a handful in the back. And I found one that matched the same weight, 709. Well, yeah, 709. It's the bad one. And I have another one here. $709. So I've gone through a few already. This is nothing, but I've gone through multiple until I found one that weighed exactly the same. And this is what I'm gonna replace it with. So the piston for cylinder number 2 is gonna go on that. We know the one that came out of cylinder 6 was good. Now we're gonna do the one for cylinder number 4. For cylinder number 4, I have a piston that weighed exactly the same as the one that came out. And I found a matching rod that weighs the same as the other rod, 709. So all of the rods on this motor weigh 709, and the pistons all weigh 545 grams. So I'm gonna keep it with what came out of the engine already. And I know this isn't, you know, the proper way to do it, but on this channel, you know, we don't always do things the proper way. So we're gonna see how this goes. I've done it in the past, it's worked. I got a lot of shit for it, but it worked. So don't do it at my discretion. You know, if you're watching this, don't get the idea that, well, you know, he told me to do it and this and that. No, this is just purely for us testing things out, seeing if it'll work. You're gonna see another video probably before this one. We did go to the junkyard, but we didn't have that much success. We found an engine, but it was bad. It was hydro locked. The whole car was flooded. So we're gonna do with what we have, which I've done before in the past. I'm comfortable doing it, and I'm confident that it'll work. And I'm gonna show you guys, hopefully, that it works. Alright guys, so I'm in the process of putting everything back together. This rod came out of cylinder number 6, which was good. So we're gonna throw that all back together. And I'm just using this press to install the wrist pin again. Alright, I've got everything back together now. I did use assembly lube before putting both parts together. And the piston was resting on wooden blocks with a microfiber towel, so we don't hurt the piston. Alright guys, so I know the camera kinda can't see too well, but I'm gonna give you guys a little explanation. These little humps right here go towards the passenger side. So if the front of your engine is facing forward, these will go towards the right. The same thing with your pistons. You have this little dimple right here that always goes facing the front of the engine. So when you put these two pieces together, this is going to go to the right and that's going to go forward. So you want to place it like that. So before I crank down real quick, I do want just a small little lip of the rod to stick out. I mean of the wrist pin. So that I can slide it in the bushing of the rod. Because you don't want it to go in at an angle either. Alright, for the next part I'm going to be inserting these clips for the wrist pin. You want to do the opposite side of where your wrist pin is going in first. They do have a groove that they sit in. So now I'm gonna go ahead and finish pressing again. Alright guys, so I would like to give a shout out to this app. It is Z32 Service Manual. And you have pretty much all of your specifications right here. Come on. WTF. Yeah. It's pretty much the connecting rod nuts. They go torque to 28 through 33. I like to meet in the middle and I do 30 on all of them. One of the other things that I forgot to mention when I was installing my wrist pins was that these these little clips, they are beveled. They have one side. The flat side goes towards your connecting rod. It's kind of hard to show you in a video, but there's one side that's kind of curved. The curved side goes towards the outside and the flat side goes towards the wrist pin.